Shannon Roof right here of CardinalDomits.net with Coach Renner, head coach, Ballard basketball. What's going on for the season, Coach? How y'all looking?
We're really excited about this year. It's a lot different than last year when we were runner-up in the state. We don't have as much experience. It was nice to get Devontae out here, at the beginning of this week. He got one day of practice in. Sad for the football team to lose their season, ended the way they did against St. X, but we're excited to have him out. In terms of where we're at, we're a young team this year. I think I'm going to probably start 2 freshmen, possibly 2 sophomores. In my 12 years here prior to this year, I haven't started but maybe 5 sophomores in the 12 years. So we're going to be young. So it means it's going to take us some time, but eventually we're going to develop.
Looks like you got a pretty good core, though. Naturally, you got Devontae. You'll lose him after this year.
Right.
But then you also got Kellen Martin and Quentin Snyder. Can you expand a little bit on the play of these young men from 2014?
Well, first of all, we're going to rely on him a bunch. I think what people don't understand is how good of a basketball player Devontae Parker is. I truly believe that if he wanted to play 2 sports at Louisville and Kentucky, he could play basketball at both those schools. Is he an All-American and impact player? No, but he can play at that level. So that tells you all how good he's going to be for us this year and how much we're going to rely. In terms of the 2 young guys, I think they have a chance to be special players. You never know how they're going to progress in terms of over the next 4 years, but they certainly are ahead of the game for any freshman I've ever had. Quentin is an exceptional ball handler. He's quick. He has great court vision. And the thing about Quentin is he can score. Anytime you've got a point guard that can also handle the ball, can shoot, can pass, that's valuable. Keelan is probably have a skill set that not many big guys have. Keelan's 6'5". If Keelan progresses to be a 6'7", 6'8", he's going to be a beast of a player. What I think separates Keelan from most guys his age and his size are he can shoot the ball. Keelan's probably strength is his ability to step out and knock down the 3-pointer. So when you have a 6'5" guy that can shoot the 3 as well as post up and has a mid-range game, and Keelan can put the ball on the floor, it makes you dangerous. The thing about those 2, though, is there's no substitute for experience, and they don't come in with a lot of experience. Even though Quentin played varsity for Fern Creek last year, it's a different ball game. And so once they get that experience under their belt, first few weeks, first few months, then I think they're going to progress.
This year in your system, will you be running a center or like a 2 forward, maybe 3 guard system, or are you still in the air on what you're going to get it all sorted out?
Well, I was in the air really until Devontae came out. We felt we knew what we were going to have to do. Fact of the matter is Eastern and J-Town are the 2 best teams in the region. Eastern's got Cameron Woods, who's going to Butler, 6'8", 6'9". J-Town's got Zach Price, 6'10", 6'11", going to U of L. So we don't have anybody in our program that is really going to be able to do anything down low against them. So we're preparing to win the region, and to prepare to win the region, you got to prepare for your best opponents. Those 2 are our best opponents. So we're going to have to play a perimeter-oriented game like we did last year. We're state runner-up. My post player is 6'3". Devontae Parker was our second leading rebounder at 6'3". So, we think we have the ability to shoot the ball. We have great guard play. We think we can do some things to cause those teams problems. So, it's pretty much going to be a 5-out, 4-out, 1-in, a lot of dribble drive stuff, penetrate and kick, a lot of shooting the 3, a lot of pressure defense.
So you'll be playing a lot of transition,
absolutely,
on offense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If we get in a half-court game against these bigger teams, we're going to struggle. But at the same time, they're going to have to guard us because we can handle the basketball. So teams are going to have a hard time pressuring us, but at the same time, I think our ability to shoot the ball is going to cause teams a little problems in terms of guarding us.
Defensively, how do you guys look this year?
We'll be a lot of what we do in terms of man-to-man. Probably won't play as much full court trapping as we've done in the past because we don't have the experience. Everybody thinks when it comes to pressing and trapping that it's easy to teach. You just go out there and chase people down. It's not. There's got to be rotations. And if you're pressing and trapping in the full court, there's more distance to cover. If guys don't understand rotations, then they're going to have a hard time knowing where to go, being in the right spot, and you get exposed. More ground to cover. So, we're gonna start out and really teach the basics. Keelan and Quentin have a chance to be very good defenders. Our whole team does. But to do that, you've got to learn the system, learn the rotations, learn where to be and what to do. So it's going to take time. So we'll probably play a little more zone, active zone than we played before, but at the same time, I think our bread and butter is going to have to be man-to-man defense.
Sounds like you're kind of going on the same philosophy as Rick Pitino is this year, running a fast-paced offense and then going to man on defense due to the youth and.
Well, and that's, when you're undersized, when you don't have any kind of great inside presence, Keelan's going to have some moments he's going to be able to dominate teams inside, but when you don't have that, you've got to make it a full-court game. And, if we get in a half-court game again, like I said, against Eastern and J-Town, we're going to struggle because we just don't have any matchup for those guys there. So we've got to make the game up and down, and we think because we have a guy like Devontae Parker who can just flat-out push it up the floor, a guy like Quentin Snyder who can push it up the floor, some other athletes that can run and shoot, we're going to be dangerous for teams to have to guard us.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Head coach Chris Renner, Ballard High School. Thank you for your time.